This is Morning Motivation for Educators on the Bee Podcast Network. Learn about all the shows at beepodcastnetwork.com. You'll hear from a variety of formal and informal educators who help put this podcast together. If you'd like to contribute your voice to this show, please go to morningmotivationedu.com to apply.
Welcome to Morning Motivation for Educators. I'm Danielle Nuhfer, a former teacher who knows firsthand how exhausting and overwhelming this work can be. After 20 years in the classroom and 2 bouts of burnout, I found tools to help teachers not just survive but thrive. I created Teaching Well to help educators like you manage stress, find balance, and reconnect with the passion that brought you to teaching. This podcast is your space to breathe, reflect, and take those small steps toward feeling more grounded and fulfilled. Your well-being is crucial to your school success, and I'm here to support you. So with that, let's begin. It's definitely a changing of the season. Happy autumnal equinox if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. I love quotes, and here's a quote from Isabel Allende that I revisit at this time of the teaching and seasonal calendar. So to start us off, she says, "We don't even know how strong we are until we are forced to bring that hidden strength forward. In times of tragedy, of war, of necessity, people do amazing things. The human capacity for survival and renewal is awesome." Isabel Allende. We're at the beginning of the renewal phase of our teaching season. And as Allende assures us, our capacity for survival in the midst of tough things is awesome. There is no doubt that the beginning of this school year has been a tough thing. And this renew phase is when we are starting from scratch. We are getting to know our new students. There is anticipation in the air of what's to come. And because of this intense emotion, we may work longer and harder hours this season than at any other point in the cycle. The trap can be to think that it's sustainable and expected to keep up with this kind of schedule for the entire year. However tough this time may be, finding our footing, establishing balance, and leaving when we need to, or avoiding taking home work every night, you must treat your school year with the frame of seasonality because you can't keep pushing like you are right now for the duration of the school year. So as we are in the midst of this season of renewal, here are some ways to begin to transition to the next season of rebuild that we get to in the next few months. So we need to start doing some of these things right now so that we don't burn out before the year's through. Number 1, set up systems to save you time by stacking your tasks. Number 2, designate times you plan to leave before your day begins. Even if you decide to stay later right now because of the amount of things to do, plan a realistic timeout and then begin to make the time closer and closer to the quote-unquote real end of your day. And number 3, add a brief transition activity after you are done with school. Maybe it's driving a different way home or going for a 10-minute walk somewhere before you go inside. As the school seasons change, you can see if it makes sense to add more time to doing this, but starting small now will be a great way to establish this routine that is sure to have lasting impact on your overall health and well-being. So if you're feeling like you're moving forward full speed ahead, but no, you cannot keep this up for the rest of the year, try to work some of these activities into your day to welcome the next phase of your school year journey. And as always, if you'd like any support with the process, please get in touch with me. Thanks for joining me today. If you're ready to dive deeper into your well-being, check out my book, The Path of the Mindful Teacher, or join the monthly Teaching Well with Mindfulness sessions to connect and recharge. Find links for these and other ways we can work together in the show notes and at teachingwell.life. Remember, caring for yourself is the best way to care for your students.
Thanks for listening. And whatever role you have in education, we have a podcast for you at bpodcastnetwork.com. Who among your friends and colleagues needs to hear this message today? Please share it with them right now.